Hey, how's it going guys? SinUrges here, back with another video on Marvel Contest Champions, and today I'm back with another one of my 3-minute champion breakdowns. Today's episode is on Eddie Brock's symbiote condom, Venom. Venom has a critical rate of 14%, a crit damage rating of 150%, a 21% armor rating, and a 56% block proficiency. He's tagged as a villain, symbiote, and size extra large. Venom has been in the contest for years and years, but really only got some attention after his recent buff along with Carnage, which turned him into a really decent champion. Venom relies heavily on praying to RNGesus with his genetic memory ability. Venom has a Clintar mutation buff that cycles every 9 seconds. Every time the cycle ends, Venom gains a random buff of either physical resistance, armor up, cruelty, increasing crit damage, a precision buff, increasing crit rating, or a fury buff. Venom can have up to 7 buffs at one time total. When Venom triggers a buff, he also gains an attack bonus and a specific buff depending on what champion you are fighting. Against champions with the hero tag, he has an increased bleed accuracy. Against Spider-Verse champions, he basically has constant True Strike if he has a buff active. This doesn't show up as a True Strike buff, but it does guarantee that they can't evade at all for the buff's duration. Evading Spider-Verse champions include champions like Stark Spidey, Miles Morales, Spider-Gwen, Symbiote Spidey, and Classic Spidey. And also when fighting tech champions, he's immune to power burn and power drain. His heavy attacks inflict an armor break, making him an option for fights such as Iron Man Infinity War. His heavy also causes Venom to randomly reassign his most recent genetic memory buff, so it could transform from one buff into another. This means you can actually manipulate what buff Venom keeps, so you can change them for whatever you need. You need to be pretty fast with the heavy attacks though, as you can only have 9 seconds to get you the one you want, but this can result in some pretty impressive damage with a lot of fury and cruelty buffs. Venom also does a large amount of bleed damage, with his critical hits having an 80% chance to inflict a bleed debuff lasting for 4.5 seconds. Now also when Venom gets the opponent below 18% health, he gains a True Strike buff and unblockable special attacks. Paired up with the Assassin Mastery, this can deal some pretty nasty damage. Venom's special attacks all utilize his genetic memory in very different ways. His special 1 gives him a buff steal ability. Each hit of his 3-hit special has a 55% chance to steal a buff from the opponent. Venom then nullifies the buff and converts it into a decent healing boost for him. His special 2 converts all of the current buffs into fury buffs, which last for 12 seconds, up to a max of 7 buffs, or 8 with certain synergies. This special does refresh his genetic memory as well, so if you got unlucky with the first cycle, you can always just try again. His third special attack grants him a 5% attack boost for each buff active on Venom at one time. With the use of a synergy and activating after you activate the Dexterity Precision buff, you can have a total of 9 buffs, giving him a 45% attack boost. This boost does only apply for the third special though, unfortunately. Venom doesn't necessarily need his Awakened ability, but he does definitely benefit from it. It grants him a bonus genetic memory buff to start the fight off, and also has a percentage chance to gain a third one at the start of the fight. It also grants him a boosted buff potency, so each buff will be a little bit more effective. Venom also does really benefit from his synergies, and this was another thing that was buffed during the Venom rework. With Vulture and Green Goblin, he gains 1 genetic potential to the buff cap, so now 8 instead of 7. He also has a very egotistical synergy with himself, and gains an attack and health boost just by himself. And then there is also a crap ton of symbiote synergies, including a health boost with Agent Venom, Venompool, and Spidey Symbiote, an attack boost with Classic Spidey and Miles, and then also a crit damage rating buff with Dr. Octopus and Electro. He also gains a crit rating increase with She-Hulk and Carnage in the team, and a perfect block chance with Joe Fixit. Okay, I think that's going to do it. I'm pretty sure I've covered everything. If you have any questions or anything I've missed out, then leave it in the comments below. I hope you've enjoyed this video and have learned something new about Venom. If you liked it, then be sure to like, subscribe, and comment about which champion you'd like to see in the next 3-minute champion breakdown. Thanks for watching, and see ya!